The 3-foot big mouth pumpkin henchman is an all-new for 2026 animatronic being sold at Lowe's. This is only one out of 3 unboxings I'm doing, as we will be taking a look into the Lowe's 2026 pumpkin animatronic trio. So let's get right into the unboxing of the Lowe's 2026 big mouth pumpkin henchman animatronic. What is going on, you guys? This is JB Holidays here, and today I am here with 1 out of 3 new unboxings for you guys from the Lowe's 2026 lineup. This right here is the 3-foot big mouth pumpkin henchman animatronic from Lowe's Halloween 2026. In this unboxing series, we will be unboxing this guy along with the other pumpkin henchman that rips his own head off and the 12-foot pumpkin king from Lowe's 2026. So without further ado, let's get right into the unboxing. All right, so now we can go ahead and open up this box. And here we go. Hopefully you guys can see, we've just got some foam sheet packaging in here. And the first thing we see is the arms, and we also see the head. I'm gonna lift this up a little bit for you guys, just so you can see straight into the box. Here we got his arm, here's his other arm. And coming out here right away, we have his awesome looking head. Here's his body frame with the clothes already put on. Here we have his feet. Here's his instructions along with the power cord adapter. And here is his base along with the control box attached to the back. This thing is completely wrapped and taped up with foam, which is very nice to see, especially since the control box is in here. And that's all the parts right out of the box. So let's take a look at the setup. So before we get into the setup, let's take a quick look at his parts. So that right there is the base along with some kind of frame. Right here we have the clothing already on the body frame. Right here we have the awesome looking head that lights up red from the inside. It also has a really cool flickering effect, which I love. It has this very stretchy fabric material pumpkin guts. Looks very, very nice, and I love the way the detailing is on the head. Looks great. So that's his head right there. Here we have his feet. Here we have both arms. And right back here we have the plug with the adapter and the instructions right underneath. So without further ado, let's get right into the setup. I can't wait to see what this guy looks like, so let's get right into it. This guy does seem to have a very straightforward setup. So the first thing we're going to do is take the base, snap lock these two halves right together. All right, both pieces of the base are now connected. Now we can go ahead and put the feet on, and these actually screw into the base, which is very, very cool that these aren't going to slide around. So let's go ahead and put these right here. And now we could take one of our black screws here that comes in the bag, and we are going to screw this right into the base and get that right into the foot. I'm going to leave these screws hand tight for now, and then I will come back in just a little bit and finish them off once the whole prop is done. And for the next part, we can go ahead and take our body labeled E, and we will snap lock this right onto the pole coming off the base, which actually just slipped in there if you saw. And we can go ahead and turn this around and take this screw right here and screw that in right to the back of the pole. We can also go ahead now and take part H and slip that right into these slots right here, giving this guy more shape in his stomach area. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to take our arms and we are going to put them right up here, just like this against the frame. And we are going to put 4 of these screws into the arms to hold them in place. There's a lot of screws that have to go in this guy, so I'm going to go ahead and attach the arms off camera, and I will be right back with the arms attached. All right, this guy's arms are now fully attached with the screws. These things are solid in place. They are very stable, very high quality. Both of the arms are in. They both look jacked, and we are ready to put the head on. So the head is the same thing as the arms. On the back of the head, there's a plate right here. It has 4 screw holes, and we're gonna put that right on here, screwing that in. All right, guys, the big mouth pumpkin henchman animatronic is now fully set up and ready to go. All his wires are plugged in. He is looking amazing so far. I am loving the details on this guy, and the fact that he was made to go with the 12-foot pumpkin king, and of course the other henchman that is right next to me, is awesome. I love the fact that they were made to go together as a trio. So without further ado, let's take our first look at the 3-foot big mouth pumpkin henchman animatronic from Lowe's 2026. And that right there was the new for Lowe's 2026 3-foot big mouth pumpkin henchman animatronic. So let's talk about our thoughts. First thing I'd like to cover is that this guy was made to go along with the other pumpkin henchman that pulls his own head off, and of course the 12-foot pumpkin king, which is why I am very happy with the way they kept the same detail consistent along the 3 of those animatronics. While they each have their own character and their own motion, they do look very similar, and they do look like they're all meant to be put together, which is exactly what Lowe's is going for. His clothing and his paint job looks amazing, as you can tell. I love that the clothing does have like a very swampy, wet look, which is something again that these other 2 animatronics that we will be unboxing next have. His frame is super high quality. The base and the poles and even just the molded plastic arms and feet are very high quality, along with the head, and I am not worried about this guy whatsoever. He is very high quality, and he's even outdoor rated with the outdoor rated plugs. I am really glad they used this stretchy mesh type of fabric material in his mouth. These 3 new animatronics are made by Lowe's own manufacturer instead of being made by Techie. I also really love how this guy has a fire flame effect in his eyes. You can see that very well, especially since this isn't just like a white or clear material. This is black plastic that you can see that through, which is really cool. That's something we don't really see too much. And of course, he has that light in his mouth as well. One thing that I also need to cover about this guy is how loud his audio is. In those demo videos that we just watched, his audio was turned down all the way. That was his audio on the minimum. Even though this guy has a really small speaker, that audio quality is really good. Not as good as a Techie animatronic, but it is very good for a tiny speaker like that, and very, very loud. This guy also has a timer mode where you can just have the lights on and he will be on timer when he activates. And of course, he has the standard try me option. This guy is one that I am super glad to have. I am so glad that this guy is now in my collection, along with the other 2 that we are going to be unboxing in the next videos coming up. And I will of course leave the links for these guys in the description. Right now, I'm pretty sure this is the only guy that's available, but you can find these guys in store, and most stores are receiving the 12-foot pumpkin king. So I'm going to leave the link for all 3 of these items in the description for you guys anyway. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you let me know in the comments what you think about the 3-foot big mouth pumpkin henchman from Lowe's, and I will see you guys in the next video. Happy haunts.
Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to JB Holidays for more Halloween-related content. Your fear is very important to us, so make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and we'll see you in the next video. Or else.